Hi, everyone.
Hello.
So I just have to start off and tell them the truth that I pulled up and it has been the first day over 65 degrees.
Yeah.
And I said, Sarah, we usually wait for like the actual episode to make our
so
drink.
we usually do our mini-sodes first and then
Sober.
we start the episode
right.
with the drink.
But I said, Sarah, we got to make a drink. And we made and we finished. Well, I finished.
I didn't even make a dent in mine yet.
Sarah took one sip.
I have
She was working.
things to do.
She was setting up the mics. I don't know how to fucking do that. So I was sitting here sipping and here we are. But anyway.
It is very good though. We're not going to tell you what it is exactly because we're going to wait till the actual episode to make it. But by that time Natalie's going to be
I'm going to be wasted
4
tonight.
deep.
It's going to be good.
So.
It's going to be a good night. So if you're watching this mini-sode on a Sunday, you better check back in on Wednesday and watch the actual episode because
check back in on Wednesday for the damage.
It's going to be damage for sure. All right, guys. So I'm in charge of the mini-sode tonight.
Yeah, you are.
Sarah has no idea what's to come.
No, I have no clue.
All right. So tonight's mini-sode are a bunch of bartender stories. Bartenders are sharing outrageous stories from work, and let's all agree to never do a single thing on this list. So as a bar guest, please take a couple of mental notes. Yes. Okay. It's good. I mean, there are so many, so we'll try to keep it short. But a customer walked into the lobby with a goat. A full-grown goat shitting in the lobby. I never expected I'd have to explain to a customer that they couldn't have their goat in a restaurant. Can you imagine
somebody coming in with a goat?
With a goat.
I mean, is it like a baby goat or a full-grown
I
goat?
wouldn't want any goddamn goat in the restaurant. I'm the goat in this place.
It makes me think of, that's actually very fitting you say that because that makes me think of the snowstorm that we had a couple months ago and who ended up in the bar with an owl. Do you remember that?
Who?
Dom, our special guest.
He came in with a fucking owl.
He didn't have an owl, but somebody at the bar had an owl. A full-blown
and they were
owl
allowed in
to
the
bring
restaurant?
it in the bar. Yeah, I mean, it was a snow day, so there was like 5 people at the bar, but
what, like, was it like an emotional support owl?
There are emotional support owls, but it was a guy with an owl. And he'll tell you when you see him later.
That's great.
Okay.
We'll have to circle back to that one.
Okay.
All right, here we go. I used to work in a cheesy club. One night, the staff commented on the intense smell coming from somewhere near the bar. After a few minutes, who farted jokes. A bouncer informed us that there was poo on one of the banisters leading upstairs to the dance floor.
How does that get there?
I mean, seriously,
get there?
You couldn't just tighten your ass cheeks for 2 goddamn seconds and run to the bathroom.
I mean, we know some people who can't do that.
It took me a fucking second.
But you got there. You got there.
All right, I got to just briefly tell them that we used to work with a girl who was, let me just start by saying she was one of the best looking girls. Like, if you looked at her, she was hot.
Yeah,
you know,
she still is.
Yeah, I mean, I haven't seen her in years. She weirdly blocked me on Instagram.
Oh, no.
She had like a phone out with one of my friends and blocked me. I'm like, I don't know how I got.
Well, update. She still looks great.
Okay, well, so I wouldn't even put it past her. She's a good looking girl, but she would come into work telling us these crazy, disgusting stories that no one wanted to hear. And I mean, I'm here for the raunchiness. I'm always all about it. But she would come in telling us that she and her boyfriend did anal all night and her asshole couldn't stop leaking. And we were all just like, what? Like, why are you telling us that? Like, just shut up. And then her boyfriend would come in to visit her. And I'm like, I can't look at any of you.
I can't like, look at either of you.
I don't want to look at you, your girl, your boy, whatever the hell. Right. And his parents would also come in. And now
she has a nice ass, and I can't look at that now either.
Because I know it's leaking.
Yeah.
I wonder if there's a tampon up it. I don't know.
Stop.
Next one. Guys regularly grab my hand and kiss it. That already makes me cringe. I'm pretty used to it. But one time, a guy grabbed my hand and sucked my finger.
No.
The worst part was he left immediately after, so I didn't get the satisfaction of kicking his ass out. Can you imagine?
Don't touch me. Don't touch me ever But especially when I'm working and behind the bar.
I mean, I can't even imagine giving my hand to a guy to kiss it, but like if he took my finger and started deep throating that shit, I would say, pal, get the fucking shit out of here.
Yeah. And if anybody's ever asked, like, not that I think anyone's ever asked, like, for my hand to kiss it, but I envision if anybody did it, it's probably like an old man. Like an old sweet man.
Yeah.
Who you're like, you know.
Or maybe like a European type,
right,
like
but
foreign.
No, don't touch me.
And definitely don't suck my finger.
I definitely don't suck my finger.
Not in this setting. Oh God. I once served a dominatrix and her client. She ordered wait, you're gonna fucking die. She ordered him a bowl of milk, which she put on the floor and ordered him to lap up like a cat.
That's not real. No.
In public? I would lose my shit. I would literally make the kitchen bring out 5 more fucking bowls of milk.
And all of her drinks would be free. No, he'd pay for them.
Yeah.
I'd charge her double and add $1,000 tip and make him pay for it.
I would charge him like bottle service.
Dominatrix game? We could play it.
Oh my God.
Oh, that's so good.
That's hysterical. All right, here we go. I was working on Mother's Day and my coworker was complaining about how she was having the worst cramps of her life. Because it was one of the busiest days of the year, they wouldn't let her go home even though she was doubled over and in tears. That's not like that great. We could cut that
shitty,
one. Yeah, I don't
like
that one. Eventually, she just walked out, headed to the hospital. Turns out she was in labor. Oh, I didn't realize it continues. Okay, I'm sorry. Wait. Eventually, she just walked out and headed to the hospital. Turns out she was in labor. She had a medical condition that made her weight fluctuate a lot and gave her inconsistent periods, so she had no idea. Needless to say, our employer had to do major damage control.
Wow.
That's fucking insane.
Have you ever watched the show on TLC, I Didn't Know I Was Pregnant?
No.
That's the title of the show, is I Didn't Know I Was Pregnant.
I mean, I know that is a thing, though. That's crazy. That makes me wonder sometimes as I'm over here.
Okay, but look at
slugging back.
You would know if you had a baby in you.
I mean, my weight does fluctuate.
Not like that, Nat.
I guess you're right. Oh, God. All right. A guy came in already drunk. I gave his girlfriend their drinks before realizing it. He started picking fights with other guests, so we called the cops. The cops pulled him to the side, and I heard him scream. I went to fucking Dartmouth. He sucker punched the cop. They dragged him out, and I'm sure his degree from Dartmouth really helped him out in jail.
Oh, God.
That is just...
I love when people get drunk and like talk about their accomplishments.
I just think Goodwill Hunting bar scene.
Yeah.
Immediately.
Yeah.
All right.
Oh, that's a good one.
I bartend at an airport. 2 mothers with children came in for some pre-flight cocktails. One of the kids, 3 or 4 years old, tugged on her mother's shirt and said, "I need to go to potty." The mother ignored her and continued to sip her Long Island iced tea. Me as a mom. A couple minutes later, the little girl was red in the face. Once again, she looked at her mom and said, "I gotta potty now." And her mother just shrugged it off. The little girl stood up, walked to the aisle, dropped her pants, and squatted. The look on everyone's faces were priceless. Once the child was done, the mother asked my coworker if he was going to clean it up. He handed her a towel and said, "Nah, you should have listened to her the first time."
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
Seriously.
Yeah.
Come on.
Yeah. Though I respect the Long Island iced tea move.
I mean,
if you have that little girl, you probably need it.
And she probably is all the time, mom, and she's probably just like, shut the fuck up.
Yeah, exactly.
All right, a table ordered a frozen margarita. This annoys me every time. Man up and get a real fucking margarita, which came out in a
frozen drinks.
Yeah, come on, which came out in a fishbowl glass. An older gentleman beside them pulled me aside and asked me to make him the same drink, only without alcohol. It was our policy that all virgin drinks had to be served in a styrofoam cup. So I made him the virgin drink and served it to him in the cup. He yelled at me that I was discriminating against him and threw the drink at me.
I mean, it's a weird policy.
It is kind of a weird policy.
I guess because you want like it to be known that like if you see somebody who's looks younger, that they're drinking a styrofoam cup, like they're not. But
if he's elderly, clearly the guy's elderly, of age.
And what if like the people who come in that are pregnant and they're like, my friends don't know, so like make me a drink, make it look like a drink. And I don't tell them when they're going to be like, no, it has to be in a styrofoam cup. Yeah. First of all, I think the restaurant's policy is stupid.
Yeah.
Really fucking
Fuck your policy.
Dumb. Fuck your policy. Yeah. Second, don't yell at her. It's not her fault.
Yeah, I know. It's not her fault. It's so true. She probably didn't even make the drink. She's probably just delivering it.
Yeah.
This drunk guy came in and put a dip in his mouth. Ugh. He picked up my shaker and spit his nasty tobacco juice.
No.
I grabbed the shaker without saying a word or losing eye contact and lifted it dramatically over a trash can and dropped it straight in the bin. His group was mortified and apologized for him, begged him not to kick me out. He could not fathom what he did wrong. Every time I was in earshot, he just kept saying, I really don't know why she's mad at me.
You gotta love those people.
Like, my guy.
Come
on. Are you kidding me? All right, last one. I worked in a hookah lounge that served cocktails. There was a party that came in and they tipped over a hookah onto their jackets. A screaming lady
they tipped over the hookah on their jackets.
Yes.
Okay.
A screaming lady hightailed over to me, demanding that I pay for her ruined jacket. I said that I did not knock over the hookah, but I could check the cameras to see who did. It was one of her friends. She demanded that I give her $300 for the jacket and started calling me names, asking for the manager. I also was the manager. Then the same friend who knocked over the hookah threw a whole drink over the $5,000 DJ equipment.
Well, what's worse?
Well, do you want to know something?
It's even now. Cut your fucking losses and get out of there, ladies.
I was at a hookah lounge just this past winter with a bunch of friends.
Oh, really?
It was me. There. You weren't there. It was me, 2 girlfriends, and 2 guy friends. And just all friends, all platonic relationships there. But this girl happened to be there that was hooking up with one of our guy friends. And he was like, do you guys mind if she comes and sits with us? We said, no.
She was just at the place.
She was just at the place. So she came over. She started they get down at hookah lounges. That was my first time ever going to one. But they're playing some sexual music.
I've worked at a bar that had hookahs to rent or whatever for the night, but that's as far.
But this place was mean, people were straight up having sex with clothes on. I felt like it was very interesting. Yeah, I was like, orgy? I don't think I belong here. I'm sitting there eating my sweet potato fries, I'm kind of ready to go. But she's really grinding on him, and she leans forward and knocks the hookah over, and it hits the chair. And the other guy had his jacket on the chair, so his jacket did go on fire, and it burned a hole through it. When he just got it, it was a nice pea coat.
Oh no.
He was fucking pissed. He was yelling at her, "You're gonna buy me a new one." And she was like, "Well, what did I do wrong? Why was your jacket on that chair?" Basically,
you knocked it over.
Yeah, exactly. She's like, "Well, why wasn't it on the back of your chair?" He's like, "What difference does it make?
It was
this whole thing. We were all just kind of like, "Can we get the check? I'm ready to go."
Yeah, I can only imagine she was a little embarrassed though. This guy.
She didn't really seem too embarrassed.
Maybe she was covering it up, or maybe she's just an asshole.
She kept dancing and let me.
Oh, she really didn't.
I really don't think she gave one fuck.
Oh, okay.
God bless her.
Well, God bless her. I wish I could live that way.
I actually followed up recently with the kid, and she never paid for the jacket. But he did say that he asked her again, and I was like, all right, at this point, just let it go.
That's the closest to wood we have. Nothing of mine has ever been ruined like that, at a bar.
I'd be pissed.
Yeah, no, I'd be
especially
pissed
if it was
too.
some drunk girl dancing. Take that shit over there. Go home.
Yeah.
Get a room.
Get a room. Clearly, get a room.
Get a room.
I didn't know they get down like that at hookah bars.
Oh, you have no idea.
Yeah.
We'll have to go.
I don't want to know.
We'll have to go just for the stories.
Right. Maybe just for the stories.
For the next mini-sode.
Okay, for the next one.
All right, guys. As always, if you have any good drunken stories, send them our way. We love to hear them.
Yeah.
And we will see you we'll see you.
We'll see you Wednesday.
We'll see you in a couple of days.
And we'll definitely see you next Sunday.
You got to check back in and hear the owl story.
Yeah.
Because Dom is here.
And
he's ready to tell it.
And he's ready to tell the story about the owl at the bar.
All right, guys. We'll see you soon.
See ya.